Okay, welcome back to another session of Creating Art Over 70 with Cyan Rufus. We're going to continue on with the charcoal piece here. Um, I'm going to try to, in this session, I'm going to try to make sure I tighten up this area in here a little better. I want to make sure I got the ankles going. I'm going to make sure I got the gestures going in the piece. So I want to solidify this a little more before I move too far down into the other areas of the anatomy. So yeah, I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to tighten up the eyes in this session and try to get this as tight as I can. And then I'm going to work down to the nose and to the mouth and then come into the chin area. So I really want to try to solidify the face. And then I could work around it with whatever I want to put around the face. Once I have the face solidified and you can really identify, okay, this is Patrice. So, okay, so that's what we're going to try to work on this session. Thank you so much for watching. Creating Art Over 70, Cyan Rufus. Let's get busy. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break here. I'm gonna stop. Just take a minute and kick back and relax for a bit. I worked really heavily on getting the forms of the face in place, as you can see here. I've been pushing the values to try to really get sharp, and then I worked on a little bit of the relationship with respect to the arm and the hand to the face and some of the other parts of the anatomy here. So, what I think I really need to do now is I need to focus on some of the darker values of the composition, which means the hair. So once I start bringing in the darker values around the face, then I can see how much further I can push it with respect to the lights and the darks. I'm trying to see how far I can get this without even attempting to use any of the white pastel. I haven't used the white pastels on the construction paper yet, and I'm not sure how it react. Maybe that's something I should do online. I didn't want to try it online just in case it goes boom, and then all of a sudden there was a bunch of time and effort, and the piece kind of crashes and burns. But anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break here, and then we'll come back and work on that. Thank you so much for watching Creating Art Over 70 with Cyan Rufus. See you shortly. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here for this session. Um, I know I said I just wanted to get in some of the darker areas so I can come back and get some more of the detail in the face. However, I needed to know what the underlying anatomy looked like because when I paint, I like to know what's underneath. And so, in order for me to accurately, in my mind, show what was represented here, I needed to know what the underlying anatomy looked like. So that's why I took some time and started to get the flow of the underlying anatomy in there, and then I kind of just got carried away and just started, filling in the detail on it because it felt good. The piece was talking to me, and I just wanted to flow with it, and I didn't want to stop, so I continued on, because that's how I do my art. It's like I follow the emotion in me in the piece. We kind of have a connection when I'm working on it, and so I kind of just follow the flow. If it says okay, go a certain way, I go a certain way, and if it says okay, stop here because you don't have it yet, I stop there and I move to another area of the piece. Or sometimes I've actually changed pieces altogether and then come back to a piece to try to complete it. If I wasn't feeling it, if it wasn't really giving me good direction. So, in other words, I laid in the underlying anatomy, so then I started to bring in the darker values. I used a really dark value of charcoal. I think I could be 6B or something like that, maybe. And so to bring in the hair, and so I was able to lay it over the anatomy because I had laid down the anatomy at first, and so I know where the anatomy is. I could see it there, and so I could lay it over it, and then just kind of let the anatomy disappear into the painting, underneath the hair. When I first going on, I had these little lines going on, and I was trying to do some things, and so I had to remove them because they were giving me some really bad visual angles. It was kind of like the piece was doing some sort of a cock pose or something like that, and so it was playing tricks on my eyes. And so once I got rid of that and really started to focus on what is the gesture, what is the actual flow of the anatomy, what is her angle, her pose is kind of forward, and to one side, type of opposed to understanding that. So now that I have all that in, I'm going to kind of take a break. I got a little tired, and actually I said I was going to limit my painting to a certain time and relax, and so I'm not like so boom 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 trying to get it done. And so anyway, so when I come back, I'll start to work a little more detail into the face because what we have here, I like what it's doing. I like where it is. But what we have here is we have like it's a piece where the hair is mostly the subject, and I don't want that to be the case. So I want to bring the face out more. I want to bring the face out more in the piece. And so in order to do that, I have to really get in with some of the darker values, and so it'll come out to where it's at least equal to value with the hair. At least that, and that's the darkest value I have, I think 6P. So anyway, that's where we're here. So I'm gonna stop here. Thank you so much for watching. Creating Art Over 70. Signed Rufus. Painting with a Passion. Blessings. See you in the next session.